in. There we go. Let's press the magic button. God, pressing the magic button. Nightmare. Okay, let's see. Hopefully things are coming through. Give me a second to get set up as normal, but it's okay because we have until the hour anyway. Let's see if the BDP stuff's loaded in yet. I love latency. Latency is so much fun. It is live. Brilliant. Okay. Crowd support is active. 386 designs. Right, let's make sure that we're all set up first. No, don't open Discord. Oh, rubbish. Sound sounds good. Don't know about music. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know why I opened Discord by mistake. Hello, hello. If anybody is there. Right. So, big thing we're here today for is this guy here. This is the Ozymandias model, which is going into BDP Series 8. For those of you who don't know, Bricklink Designer Program Series 8 is a program run by Bricklink where people get to design models using a specific palette of parts and design them, and they get a chance to be turned into a real set. And so it's like Lego Ideas, but slightly different. And this is something that I decided to enter this time around. And so we are going to jump over to Bricklink and have a look through all the submissions as well as show you what we're up to. And then after that, we're going to look at the summer sets and then do a little bit of building as well. But mostly this is designed to promote BDP Series 8, see what kind of submissions we're up against, and get some support in there as well. So for those of you who don't know, I'm going to have to put a link in at some point, but I'm not doing that yet. But we are going to put a link in, and you can come over and literally select one of these three emojis here, and then that will be the how you show support for the model, and you can go leave a comment. So I'll put a link over, but if you have a Bricklink account, it's completely free. It's not showing any, I know crowdfunding eventually happens with BDP, but this stage you're just showing interest, so it's completely free and easy to do, but you can hear me say that all throughout. Welcome in, William Shakespeare. I originally wanted to come in later, but here you are. Well, here you are. I'm glad to have you. I'm glad to have you. I'm definitely aware that this is going to be a lower interest stream because it's a work day for most of the world, but it's a bank holiday here in the UK, so we've got lots of time. So I hope you are interested to see what we've got up to, and of course I'll show you guys mine as well, but I'll wait for that for a little bit. We'll see how we go. I'm gonna go through a lot of them, I reckon, but I don't know. I'm just gonna pick what's interesting to me. I mean, first one that looks interesting to me is this one, just because it feels more premium than the others, and that's not to say the ones I don't click on aren't premium, but this one looked interesting. So it's called Merlin's Meridian. Interesting. Lots of transparent stuff. That's very cool. I don't know how much of a wide appeal it would have, but it's got a story as well. That's kind of cool. Liking how this looks. Oh, and we actually know someone. We know someone else that's submitted for this as well. But yeah, we'll just see how it goes and encourage people to vote. Yeah. I love that it has a story. It's something that we tried to do on like a less wide scale thing for my model as well. Something I wanted to have was just a bit of lore, so to suppose, which is neat. We're gonna have a trouble, aren't we? Because they end up mixing up the designs every time you scroll through. So I think I'm gonna have to like deliberately not click on them, which will make this a lot more interesting. But yeah. Who is it that I know? Oh, I can't believe I'm forgetting your name. Super Minister. Yeah, there we go. He's done some amazing rubricable submissions. I love his work a lot. So yeah. I'm seeing almost multiples done by the same people, which is crazy because if anyone doesn't know, BDP submissions taken up an awful lot of time. They're really, really intense to do. Jungle Adventure, this looks very similar in vibes, except for this looks like a direct Adventurers remake, whereas mine is not that. But I love how his temple looks. Brick Hammer. A lot more adventurous stuff than I was expecting, actually. I wasn't expecting to... I mean, again, mine's only spiritual successor. Do let me know and I'll show ours off now, but I do want to go through these and see what else is here. As you can see, there's like 17 pages of stuff, which is kind of crazy. So I want to get through them all before I click on any, because I know that we'll lose it. But I'm seeing like lots of Lion Knight's Castle stuff. It really does depend, right? Because no one knows the categories and what makes them choose certain things. Because like I wouldn't usually say that a barn like this would be, well, it's not an ideas set that would be done, but it could be exactly what BDP is looking for this round. And I kind of wish we had that knowledge in a sense of what was going on, because they don't tell us what they're really looking for beyond what's guideline. And obviously crowd vote helps, but isn't the only thing. So yeah, lots of medieval stuff. There's always lots of medieval stuff. Gothic City Square, Tales of the Westgate. This looks super interesting. It's like half under construction. That's really neat as a unique idea. Blue White Inn. That looks, wow. Yeah, there's a lot of submissions. A lot of submissions. I don't really know what pace to go through these guys. I'll be honest. Do let me know if you would prefer just to see mine, and then we can move on to talking Somersets, because I know obviously that's the big news of the week, and I'll be doing a video on it at some point, but I do want to talk about the Somersets and actually add them to my wanted list. I haven't been through to do that yet. And then we'll be building later as well. So Mountain Shelter, this is the first one that I think I would like put through. That looks super cool. I think that would be an amazing winter diorama. I could see that getting a lot of love. That might be my first pick. If I'm going to pick 5, I think. As far as a unique castle goes, I mean, they're going to pick a castle, right? Like, it's not got much on the interior, but I love the dark red color scheme. That could be a lot of fun. This looks slightly oversimplified, but I could see that being a pick as well. I don't think they'd do this because of the base plate, even though I absolutely love it. The cathedral's back in. I swear this has been in one of these before. Am I crazy? I feel like the cathedral's been in here before. Clock tower, an academy. Okay, I didn't think modulars were allowed anymore, so I'm surprised this was able to make it through. What else have we got? Lunar cargo train. That looks cool, although I have to imagine that Classic Space won't be allowed in at the moment. Who knows? Who knows? Board game. It's fun. It's really hard to pick. Like, I cannot tell what they're going to be looking for. So I really do think it's up to what we decide to show interest to. As a reminder, this is over on bricklink.com. You can come over and vote. Oh, Jonas is back with another one. Is that a mushroom house with a frog? Super cute, although I do prefer the other two that he's done. Some landscapey stuff, so some art bits. Medieval Tournament. I cannot believe that they would do another one of these after just doing the Siege Encampment, although they continue to prove that they're incredibly popular, but this just feels way too similar to the Siege Encampment for my personal taste. Like, this is just the Medieval Blacksmith for a third time, so that's not happening, right? You're telling me, right? They got to probably do another train. We're only 4 pages in. I think statistically the odds are getting bad. 1 out of 308. Lots of cool space stuff by this guy's. This is his 3rd submission we've seen. There's definitely some lore building going on over here. It's crazy. Succulents and forest paths. Okay. I mean, I'm seeing lots of good stuff, but only a couple of things that have jumped out to me so far. Then again, it's not always the stuff that jumps out to me that gets picked, because last time I picked some models and I was like, those look cool. They never ended up making it. So again, no one really knows what Bricklink's after. Nice. That's interesting. Again, I don't think it'll get picked, but as a model, those look cool. The island castle. Again, so much medieval. They got to be looking for something fresh. I swear this was in the last time as well. I'm pretty sure I saw this crate living in Series 7. That looks only like slightly modified. It would be cool to get a spaceship like this as well. I'm not sure how many people would be into that because it's like a very personalized thing, but a unique spaceship would be interesting. More boat warehouses because a lot of ocean stuff gets through. You do see a lot of people tend to sort of copy concepts or come in and try and use their concepts. We've not come across mine yet. I'm waiting to be able to plug Ozymandias. The dig site is its official name. Ooh, that's cool. So that's something very, very similar. Oh wow, that's literally the same, right? Like, open this in a new tab. This is like the same concept as what we did. where you've got like the dig site on the top and then the tomb down below. So this is vaguely similar to what we've done with at the dig site, as mine is called. But we will see. We will see. This does look neat. Yeah, wow. They've done a much better job than I have. Some really incredible and talented people. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. Let's keep going. And then once we get through this, we can move on to other bits. Song of the Dragon. See, that just looks so much, but I could easily see half these castles getting picked. The airships are back. Ah! Hello. We know this one. This is the Super Minister one. This is someone we know. Did I open it in a new tab? Nope, I think I downloaded it. Whoops. Okay, anyway, here it is. So this is submitted by a friend of the channel, Super Minister, who has said he was working on a submission at the same time as me. So he's gone for an airship. Whew. I didn't even realize the balloon parts were in this round, which looks incredible. Lovely. It's nice and small too. I could see this being an easy win for like a 70, 80 or $100 one. I hope there's an interior. Shaping's really, really clean. I love this angling part out here. Kind of makes mine look unprofessional. How are we doing, Brook Wizard? You came back from Uzbekistan. I feel like you're always off somewhere new. We're doing good. We're looking through the BDP submissions for Series 8, of which I am a part. We're yet to get to my submission. We're just looking at Super Minister, who you may have seen around in the chats before. This is lovely. Great use of these print parts as well. Whereas I had to use some custom decals. And then a little bit steampunky as well, a golden frog. And then later on going to be talking about June sets, because I like talking about the sets that are coming out soon. And then after that, we'll do some building, just for a little bit. I think today's going to be shorter than normal. I love the asymmetry of this. I'd really love to see this one come through. And not just because he's a friend of the channel, but very steampunky. Yeah, but like not overbearingly so. Would fit really with that new series minifigure as well. Obviously, there's just so many, right? Like you think 1 in 300 is actually pretty decent odds when there's 5, I guess, and like some of them you can sort of omit. Like as lovely as it is to see a variety of builds, they're never going to do just a park, you know. So there's some that the odds are even better. Like I would think this would be a super cool one, but I don't think it's suited for BDP so much as it is. But then again, they do like to surprise me, so the odds are probably more like 1 in 150 or so. Oh, that's stunning. Hang on, let's open this one. Open link in new tab. Let's see this. Gothic movie theatre. You heard there was new LEGO news regarding Star Wars. I mean, there was the May 4th stuff that came out the other day. Brook Wizard, is that the stuff you mean? Or do you mean that there's new rumours about the summer? I mean, we're going to go through everything on brickset.com at some point. Welcome in, everybody. Nice to see you all. We're just going through BDP submissions for Series 8 because I've entered this one. If you'd like to go and vote, go over to bricklink.com where you can give a thumbs up to your favourite fan submissions. Mine will be on there under the dig site. I'll be showing that momentarily. I love this build. This looks incredible. This is one that if it stayed as it was, I would pre-order, and I don't really love doing custom modulars, so as in like supporting the custom modulars, because I prefer my modular streak to be purist, but this is beautiful, and I'm kind of a sucker for like the 1920s style. I mean, mine, the dig site is also in 1920s style, so it's this front, it's this entrance, and I realize those won't actually be orange, but this is stunning. I love that a lot. That's definitely up there for me, even though I don't know if it'll get picked. White Library, this would work well as a bookend. But then again, that's not what the adults are looking for, is it? Mad Scientist Library. This feels very similar to the Adventures in Transylvania we've just gotten. And we're halfway through. Scarlet Bastion, I'm a sucker for a non-standard castle. Oh, and here we are. Well. We have found my model. Well, this is the reason we're doing this today. This is the first of a non-such subtle promo, where here we have my submission, which is the dig site by Octane Thermo. Let's add my vote. No, I don't just like it, I love it. With 799 unique parts, 2,835 lots with 11 stickers. This model is based off, well, nothing in particular, but it is in the middle of an excavation site. in the middle of the desert, where we have this half-sunken statue inspired by the poem of Ozymandias by Percy Bysshe Shelley, half-sunken shattered visage lies, you know, all that jazz. And we're going to walk you through the model and show you guys what it is all about. So the biggest thing is this striking red color. I love it a lot. It's really, really high contrast. It's a lot of fun. There's this beautifully sculpted face that's done at this Pythagorean angle. That's embedded into the rock here, and then also a big arm that's sticking up and is completely covered in scaffolding. The main gimmick of this set is, of course, it's an excavation to discover the lost language of an ancient people, and you can do that by you've got this base camp set up here with the chimney and the little parasol area, 2 beds for people to sleep on, and this workbench here, and then you can detect, we'll come back to the characters, descend in through the cheek here, this hole, which brings you out into the basement underneath, where we find the prized artifact of this layout, which is this crystal tablet, which works just like our real life Rosetta Stone, and you can line it up with things like this tablet down here. I know it's quite small, I'll show you on the big model later, and you line it up, and then that reveals the secrets of the writing, and there's a couple of other artifacts, so more linguistic and ancient language focused. We've also got this extra hidden room here as well, and then there's some smaller dig sites out the front with our pottery sherds and some bones. Very cool. We've got some nice little bits of foliage and this wagon, which some of you may recognize as Telma's from the Wave 2 set, which is our transport here. And you're taking all the artifacts back to the museum with the stone fingers and the popcorns here used as padding for the pots and gems, and Sam Sinister's logo as well. So decoding is the secret. We've got a cast of 10 figures that are running all around this. We've got our excavation lead, the dig patron, the museum liaison, the artifact courier, the one that runs the wagon, and then 5 members of the staff team, 2 of which you can attach bandanas to make them look as if they're working for an evil organization or Sam Sinister. Hi Bricks and Games, nice to see you. Hope you're doing well today. So this is my Bricklink Designer submission. If anyone's got any questions, I'm happy to answer for it. I'll just read you through the description just to share off the rest of the features. But why should you vote? You should vote because it could mean that this gets a chance to be crowdfunded into a real set. And I'm really, really proud of this design. So not only would it be supporting me, but I think it would be a wonderful shelf piece. We're going to be promoting this quite heavily over the next couple of weeks while it's open, so I would really appreciate it. I don't even know if you need an account, you just got to come over to Bricklink and add your vote. So obviously, as I said, this is inspired by that age of archaeology, but also the poem Ozymandias, half sunk a shattered visage lies, and amid the brick-wet sand in an archaeological excavation is speedily underway. The rich patron of the dig is eager for treasure, but the mathematically minded excavation lead seeks a greater prize. Amongst the colossal wreck, signs of an ancient writing persist. And she hopes to discover the key to unraveling this long-lost language. Who is the statue of? Why did his empire fall? And what lies within the structure? You tell the story of the past and the present of this enigmatic site. As for features, as I said, we've got the working Rosetta Stone, which allows you to translate from stickers. We've got the working winch lift. You can enter inside the statue. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention the winch lift. This is back here. And can go up and down. You can transport the crates of various different pieces up and down. We've got the skeleton of the sculpture on the inside, the chamber in the arm, the wagon, scaffolding everywhere, 9 figures, and then there's obviously the bandanas for you to change your figures up. But yeah, I'm sort of in love with the model. I really like how it looks and how it's turned out. Let's just jump over to Studio briefly then, and I'll show you guys. Ignore the like on the screen. So here is the model in its less rendered form, which to be honest, it looks slightly worse like this. It fits on a right angle base plate here. Yeah, Superminster, welcome in. I've already had a look at yours. I'll go back to it later for a plug. It was lovely, your steampunk build. Voting went live as of 19 minutes ago, so I'm getting starting my promotion angle ready. Yeah, so we've got this lovely color scheme, red sands in the desert, where we've got various tools around, so you can see all kinds of buckets and various different implements. I'm really particularly quite proud of this brush build here. And that allows you to access these smaller dig sites where we've got bones and pottery sherds, as Minecraft taught us. A various couple of different plants here. Love this cactus design, but my favorite one has to be the dead bush using the sunflower piece in brown. I mentioned it briefly, but we've got this Pythagorean triangle here, which means this is a completely legal technique to get this head on the angle that it is, and then it slopes down onto the inside where we've got our 3 interior rooms. I made some use of existing prints such as this one here, although I'll be honest, I do think that the guy we just looked at with the Temple of Ra probably did a better job overall, as these rooms are quite small in theory. However, I do have complete faith in the model and how it turned out. We've got the big arch, which I loved. I have to have this. This was gorgeous to have. And then the dig site up at the top where we've got some more stickers. You can see we've got one of the excavator imagining what the face would look like, one which maps the tunnel layout underneath where they're expecting to find the artifact, and then one of what that sticker needs to redo by a professional graphic artist of the statue of its arm up to the sky as well. And I believe there's some more around. I was able to use the Notre Dame window for like a parasol design. I thought that was a lot of fun. And there's lots of crates around. I like this old sort of kettle fire, 2 beds in this tent here. Here's the winch lift, 2 crates and some various different species here. Here's your scaffolding that comes all the way around, lots of techniques that we've used before and so on. Here's one of my favorite Easter eggs in the set. Does anyone recognize the guys on here? I mean, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to spoil it. It's Mixels. We've got Globber and Zorch here with a cubit, as if they're from ancient times. And inside this crate is a gem as well, and there's a star mural, so they were having like ambitions of looking up to the stars. Maybe that's what this structure was originally for. The idea behind the skeleton is this was the original sculptor of the statue and he could never escape. He died in his masterworks. And here's another one of those texts, which I believe this one says the name of the statue and sculptor. And we've got the fingers as well. I love how his hand turned out. It's really, really great. Yeah, so big fan of this model. Remember, if you want the chance for this to become a pre-orderable model, or if you just want to support me, head over to bricklink.com. Go to Bricklink Designer Program Series 8 voting page, and you too can submit your like it or love it vote. Like here you can see, we already put a love it in, trying to get as many people as possible just to support me on this one. And as I said, there's a chance that this could become a limited edition 30,000 model pre-order. So yeah, come over to Bricklink's crowd voting page. I tell you what, I'll put the link in the chat as well, just for a brief second. Whoops, I missed. Hold on, bear with me 1 second. Let us get that in there. Come over to Series 8, specifically, that it might not be on that page, but come over, drop your votes off. I don't know if you need an account or not, I'll be honest. It's not clear. But yeah, support would be much appreciated. And I'm grateful for everyone that comes over. But we're just going to keep going through now. I just want to show off the rest of everything here. This Pepe Frost guy has done like 6 this round. And we'll go back and see Super Ministers as well. But just because I don't want to lose my place, we're just going to keep going through for now. I'm just pointing out ones that I think stand up. I mean, like, there's remake stuff, which we've never seen them do, but would look great. This is gorgeous, but again, is it BDP worthy? Like this castle diorama. There's lots of lovely builds, but some of them I don't know how suitable are. But then again, as I've been saying before, Bricklink is really they don't really tell us what they're looking for, so it's kind of hard to know what will end up being picked, which is why it's important that we get as much support as possible, because they could end up picking something random they think is popular, which could be us, because it's not a very good model. No, I'm joking. I love anything with these ancient ruins. I was not expecting so much ancient stuff this time around. There's been lots of this. This is gorgeous. Again, we just don't know what's popular. I really don't know. I'd love to see some smaller stuff get through BDP. I believe BDP is still the easier way to go at the moment, rather than ideas. Because ideas you need a proper platform for. But you've got like various different scenes and so on. This feels very, very blocky. I love this. This looks great, but I don't know if they'd ever do a carousel. I really don't know what they're looking for, which is why we thought we'd give it a go. But if anyone doesn't know, anyone doesn't know, it's a lot of work to submit a BD thing, because they only give you about 3 months to do it, just based off like the time windows and so on, and that means you have to put a lot of time into it, and you have to do instructions. So even though there's a chance that this will never be made, you have to do full instructions for it, which takes up a lot of time, because they have to be obviously of a decent quality, which is brutal. Hypothetical issue you see with the set is probably the pricing if it's being made. They've done more expensive ones before. I'm actually quite low on the priest camp was under 3,000. I believe some of the higher ones go up to nearly 4. I reckon it would price in around 250. I'd hope for lower, obviously, but it's like ones like this is effectively just a continuation of the Viking village in the medieval style. So like, again, as much as people would probably want this, I just don't know. You should wish it to succeed though. Yeah, well, that's why we need the votes. Remember, these votes don't actually mean pre-orders, so this isn't you committing to buying it, and I don't care if anyone sort of doesn't then go for and buy it. That's not the point. The point is just to show Bricklink that this is something we would want to see and get it more eyeballs on it, because the more likes it gets, the more chances of it being seen by people that do want it, because I do think it fills a niche. So yeah, so there's no need to worry. A pudding, I love it, is on there, is just as easy as can be, and really, really beneficial. I love this. This is beautiful. I actually really like this, the railway cabin. We have some of those here in the UK where people have converted them into B&Bs, and that's a lot of fun. Medieval tower ruins. We're almost there now. Page 12 of 17. Has anyone got, well, before we're ahead, we're going to get onto Somersets a little bit later on. Has anyone got any specific themes that you guys want me to cover in detail? Because I'm going to go through Brickset's summer theme page effectively. But is there any themes that people want me to put more time on? Because I'm going to talk about them all. And obviously, if you guys don't want to listen to it now, I will be doing the video in 3 or 4 weeks' time where I go through the most important, most wanted. You know, my usual best and underrated ones. This would be cool to have, but again, I don't think it's particularly likely. For, yeah, just everything in general. Yeah, well, yeah, you're right, Super Minister. For the instructions they said in the webinar, they mostly look at the step view, and the page layout isn't as important. That's true, but page layout wasn't really the problem for me. It was the step view. It was just sort of, I assume it's so that they know it's possible in real life, and just dealing with collision errors and so on. It ended up being a 1,300 step instructions. I mean, I can actually show you guys how the instructions ended up, I think, but yeah, it was a bit of a disaster. So it still took a long time. I think it was, this is really cool. It's not a BDP thing for me, but just sorry, I've got to highlight, this is incredibly cool, like doing these fake boxes here. It just ended up taking a really long time, especially as I was doing other instructions for Zelda models as well, which is why there were no instructions when I went to my last convention. There'll be some for the next one as well. It's also why content dropped off for 2 weeks, because I really wanted to finish it up and I got a little burnout, and obviously the internet was bad as well. This is cool. It's just some really clever and unique ideas as well. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Oh, we got competition, Super Minister. You got a competition. That's like the 3rd skyship we've seen. Yeah, so I probably didn't need to go as hard on them, the instructions, but I did. I sunk a lot of time into it. I definitely think it would need some small revisions, but who knows? Who knows? Okay, 3 pages left, and then we'll go give Super Minister his plug, because he's a very talented designer. If you haven't checked out Super Minister's Rubricable page, his Peach's Castle is one of my favorites. To the point that I was looking at it, Super Minister, I haven't done it yet, but I was considering buying the Peach's Castle from 2022, and I decided against it, because I've decided that if I wanted the Peach's Castle, I would just get yours, but that's a long way off because my budget does not allow it. That's a really nice shade of red. This is stunning. I like this because it reminds me of Kew Gardens. Let's have a look at this one. I've scrolled past so many, really. Scrolled past so many, but I love this. This is gorgeous looking. This would be amazing to have next to the official Botanical Garden set. So I'm going to drop a like for that one. But I don't think it will ever get made because they have like way too many. Just as a reminder, go up your votes for the dig site, which is the Octane Thermoplastic submission. It's completely free to do so, and the support goes a long way. We would appreciate it a lot. There were plenty more content coming about it and showing the work I put into it in the coming week throughout voting to try and encourage people as much as possible. This is the second one I've seen with red rocks, so it makes you feel less unique doing this. I'm kind of wishing maybe I hadn't have looked through it all, but it is cool to see all this. So many castles. The castle fighting is brutal. Can you imagine like the competition range to get a castle through? More village stuff, Viking shipyard, coastal keeping white this time. We've seen castles in every colour. This is incredibly cool, but as we just saw with the Harbour Master's office, the AFOLs just aren't into land-sea splits. They all took it off and just added it to their modular cities. So I didn't expect them to be so vehemently against it. They were like, ew, extra stuff bad. And I was like, well, it's extra stuff. Just use it or keep the parts. But in the hostile thing. Anyway, who knows? People have interesting opinions. Another medieval house. I think I wouldn't mind these if they weren't all in the same style, but that's the fourth one with the pentagonal roofs. I feel like I've seen this before on ideas as well. So definitely some of these I don't feel easy. This is gorgeous. This is gorgeous. Ignore the like skip that's outside at the moment. Let's take a look at this. This reminds me of like large scale mocks. I think I'm just a real sucker for like medium nougat and dark orange, but I don't love the purple and yellow, but this is a great fun one. I can see this one being like the castle that makes it through because it's so different. Although eventually they're going to have to stop doing castles. But then do they? Because they keep selling out at 30,000 copies without the slightest bit of concern. So, maybe they don't. Who knows? Maybe that's why we need a cough cough dig site, and you guys should go and support the dig site. Yeah, with Super Minister's right. It was the first thing is always to do a castle because it's better odds of being selected. They pick a castle nearly every round, but you just have to be the best of the best. And like, it's not that we're necessarily bad designers. As I've said, that people are incredibly talented, but there are so many people on castles. I think the pages change for everybody, Super Minister. So I think you were on page 9. Here you are. Yeah, that was lucky. I guessed first try. Let's go take a look at yours again. Whoo, that gold. Did you export to like LDD or did you just do backdrop? I think you just did backdrop, but I'm surprised you had the patience to curl the string around there, because I gave up with my string. It was a lot of fun. I love how you use the torsos for steampunk. Weirdly, that's I suppose it's the biggest overlap between yours and the dig site, and effectively is that like 1920s aesthetic, or like faux 1920s aesthetic in the case of the steampunk, and to be honest, mine as well. Was trying to evoke a little bit of a period piece. So the minifigure torsos were actually quite limiting this time around, I feel, but some great ones there if you're into castle. I think this might be my favorite piece of shaping. I love how this looks on the bottom here. This is fantastic. Like this, using that wedge piece into here. I love how that blue looks there. It's amazing. What was your inspiration? Any specific media, book, literature, or was it completely from scratch? Did you sketch? How did you go through it? Oh dear, is it lagging like that bad? Oh, it does look like it's lagging. Okay, hopefully that clears up. I'm sorry if it is being a problem, but at least the audio's all right. I think it doesn't love the fact that I'm doing internet stuff. So, hi, go outside. How are you doing today? We're just looking through the BDP Series 8 submissions, of which we are a part of. Once again, I will plug the dig site. Come on over to bricklink, and for free, you can support our model, which has a chance of being potentially turned into a real set. It is 7:30 p.m. here in the UK. I know it is around 12 PST. 1:33, yeah, so just in the afternoon for most people, yeah. So just early evening here. Thought we'd slide this in now right when it launched, because there's going to be a video tomorrow morning and I've got to do the Instagram posts and reels and so on to drum up as much support as possible. But yeah, it's completely free to do so. Just come over to bricklink, search for the dig site on the Series 8 votes, and show people that this is something you guys might be interested in. Even if you're not actually interested, just do it to support me. But this is great, Super Minister. I think you've got a real shot here. I mean, everyone has a real shot, right? Like, I mean, apart from some, but I'm not going to do that. You rendered it in Blender. I thought you didn't do it in Studio, yeah, Super Minister. I'm not surprised you. It took a lot of work. I've done very little Blender work, and I know that it's a lot. In the same time below in the Texas time zone. Yeah, you guys are over in America. Okay, we reached it to the end of the submissions. The unfortunate thing here is that every time you reset, this one was also really good. This is probably the closest thing to what I did this time. There are a couple of airships in here. There's a lot of fantastic models. As I said, there's really no way to know what what they will pick, but this is the key timeline details for us. We've got the crowd support phase from today up until the 16th of May. So this is the time where I need you guys' help. Then from the 16th to June 14th, they'll be checking every design for build experience, brand fit, and crowd favorites. So this is behind the scenes stuff, and then June 14th we find out what happens. So we've got effectively a month or so probably until we know a little bit. But let's leave this just for now. Let's go over to brick set. I'm seeing some people talking about the Super Mario sets, and I am also interested in talking about those. We're going to sort by 2025. I am very much in. Mario's back, right? Like Mario is back to cooking. Oh dear, we lagging? We laggies? No, we're good. Okay. Okay, so we're all agreed, right, that Mario had a dip in 2020. Late 23, early 24, when they did the remasters of the starter courses. Now, obviously, this is excluding just the absolute best set they've done that year, which was the Bowser Train in 2024. That was amazing. We absolutely loved the Bowser Train. But last year, there was definitely some dull moments, and the remasters of the starter courses were just such a step down as well. They will probably do Waluigi. The Wario looks awesome, yeah. I bended the parts. Let's get Wario up. Here he is, right at the top. He does look incredible. I'm so glad he's not a digital character. You bended in the parts in Mecha Bricks. Oh, you're a Mecha Bricks user, Super Minister. I'm surprised you... I'm not surprised, but I can't get behind it myself. I just can't do it. As custom parts, you found a good tutorial. So much easier in Studio. Admittedly, Studio's flexibility thing is there. Not too kind. You deserve every bit of it. I'll go check out your Rebrickable page in a second. They will do Lego Waluigi. I'm almost certain of it eventually, unless Nintendo has that weird petition against it. But yeah, here's first set on the board, Waluigi and King Boo. He looks, oh, come on. It looks absolutely incredible. I'm so glad he's not digital, because while I don't hate the digital figures at all, I actually quite like them. It was definitely 3 was enough. I always really thought that Mario and Luigi was enough. Like 1 in each hand, right, for a kid to play with, and then you've got 3 and it just doesn't work. I'll point out that while most Mario sets don't actually hold their market value on the aftermarket, it's become weirdly clear to me that the Peach starter course of all things is just holding its value like bizarrely well on eBay used. It's kind of shocking, actually. It's kind of shocking. If they won't do Waluigi, you must ask Opportunity to do it with the parts available. Yeah, I'd be down. I'd do it digitally. Like that face tile would be usable. That brick I could do something with. Vintage JMV, yeah, you still want Mario minifigures. I mean, that's fine, but I do believe that this was the easier way. I know they're blocky, excluding like the weird digital stuff. Like, I just don't know how they would do a Yoshi that looks better than this. Like, it's just peak. Now, this was my favorite set from the wave. Well, it's not my favorite set from the wave. It was my favorite set in concept. I've loved all the Bowser Castle stuff. I particularly love this, and I think this would work great as an entrance piece, like this center bit here, an entrance piece for the other 2 Bowser Castles. So like you go through this drawbridge and then you're faced with the dry Bowser Castle, which is also fantastic in the original from 2020. We'll get to Captain Toad, don't worry guys. However, the unfortunate thing is here is I already have 2 Bowsers. I don't need a third one. So he's pointless to me. I don't love this vehicle. Neither of these vehicles are iconic. And Yoshi, like they didn't include anybody new or relevant here. I love the thwomp in the middle. I love this center bit. Don't love the wall feature, but I would have been fine. But then I found out it's 100 or something it's retailing for, which is crazy. I mean, it makes sense for like the value here, but it's just, I'm not paying 100 for like half a set I don't want. I really don't need to have Bowser, because Bowser had the muscle car. Like, who else could this have been? Like, Dry Bowser would have been a better choice, I think. Who else have we got as like evil racers? Put another one of the older Koopalings in here. Like, put like, what's his face? Ludwig or someone in here. But actually, the most important thing to us, let's make this bigger. Nope, okay, let's go on to its page then. I'm sure this will take forever to load. Is the banners here. Okay, it's just not going to let me zoom in. Oh, there we go. These 2 parts here. I know that they've got the Bowser crest on them. Ugh, but that symboling there, we could easily turn that into a Hyrule Castle banner, right? I'm gonna have to buy like 12 of these, this like 2x2 one here and this pentagonal one here. And we're gonna use these on Hyrule Castle, both the play scale one and the bigger one, I think. So that part's gonna be in high demand from me. But yeah, I love how they do the Bowser Castle stuff. It always looks great to me. I think they do such a good job. Let's not keep the people waiting though. Captain Toad, he's here. Unfortunately, he's kind of the the only part of the set. Super Minister, it was weird coming from Mecha Brixton from Studio. It is, isn't it? It feels more like Blender Mecha. Also, I don't love that it's online. I'm sorry. It needs to be an application. I really can't get behind it. But Captain Toad. I probably will end up picking this one up, but only on sale, because like most of this is filler. Like I love the features that are in here, but at this point in my Mario collection journey, I have a lot of the characters. Luckily, I don't have the turnip because I didn't buy that balloon set. I didn't buy a lot of the peach stuff because it wasn't of interest to me. Goomba with new expression. I'm never going to say no to a Goomba. But I don't know. What's the RRP on this one? Do we know? It doesn't tell me. Can someone, if someone knows, can someone tell me what the recommended retail is? I'm imagining it's somewhere around 18. So if this drops to 12, I'll buy, because I've been buying most of my stuff on discount. But I definitely want this. Of Captain Toad and the turnip, and also just the cute features, but it is largely useless, unfortunately, as far as my own. Insert Captain Toad theme, yeah. It's boiling in Texas. Cold front today. Mario Kart sets will... it's fairly cold here actually in the UK as well. I'm not following through at all. In Mario Kart sets will fly off shelves once MK World comes up. 100%. I mean, I think it's just been such a good revival. Like, I mean, if we scroll down and take a look at this stuff this year, I mean, you can already see, right? So blue on brick set marks what ones I own. So I had to get this one day one because I love the Biddy Buggy and Balloon Battle. I didn't really care about this car, but it's great. So what I've done is I main in Mario Kart is I main Dry Bones in the Biddy Buggy, or actually Cheap Charger, but Biddy Buggy is the closest thing we've got. So I put Dry Bones in here from Bowser's Castle 2020. And then the Luigi one, I've actually turned this into like a double dash cart. So I've put Baby Mario on the back. I've just got, is something hidden in the rock on the Captain Toad set? Yeah, absolutely. There's the gems and crystals that you can collect. There may even be a treasure chest I feel like I saw in one of the other images. We can go find out later if you guys want. But yeah, so I bought this day one. I bought the standard cart as soon as it went on like 20% sale. Love the Pit Crit Toads because I was a tour player firstly. This side does nothing, but standard cart was great. I mean, it is kind of like, this is what I expected when people were saying there's a new starter course coming. This is what I expected. Like I expected Lego Mario on a thing. I think I even predicted this in the video. We'll have to go check that, but I'm pretty sure I predicted this. Like, I'm glad this exists. I'm also really jealous that it comes with so many extra like good bits. However, for the price, this isn't worth it for sure. But also, I don't need another Digi Mario, but I'm really jealous it comes with like the Thwomp and stuff, because if I could, because this will get people in. This one's going to be a really big seller, I think, because it comes with the Digi setup. But that being said, I'm much happier with my standard cart. I'm really jealous about the Thwomp. I just got DK Jumbo. I was going to wait for it to go on sale, but it turns out it's a retail exclusive, so it just isn't. And I'll probably will pick up the Yoshi bike when that goes on deep discount later in the year. And I'm also still tempted by the B Racer as well. Again, I don't really need all this, apart from someone did point out to me that one of the horn sounds is the Pikmin horn sound. So that's very cool. You don't like Toad? That's okay, Bricks and Games. He's not for everyone. He has an annoying voice. You love Yoshi? Yeah, I've been trying to collect all the colours of the Yoshis and the Toads. Toad Mushroom House can be used to make a Smurf house or a set. We'll come back to that on a second go play outside. Do I have a Wii U? Yes, I do. Hi, Andre. Your statue head is really cool, though. When you first showed a sneak peek of yours, I saw there's going to be a lot of competition. Yeah, just to remind anyone that hasn't seen it, the main reason what we're doing today is to pop over to bricklink and get you guys to support the dig site, give it a little love it, and show it some love, because I want it to have the best chance possible. There's a lot of really strong competition this round in BDP 8, but I thought if I didn't do it now, I'd probably never do it. So, and the competition's going to get stronger, and I definitely don't see myself doing it again anytime soon. So if you guys are looking to help me or support me, this is kind of my one time and done Bricklink Designer Program submission. So literally every vote counts. It's not actually a vote. You don't have to commit to buying it, but just come over, give it a love it. Even if there's competition, go out and view all the other ones as well. And yeah, just give it some love. So yeah, as I was saying with B Racer, I really want the B Racer, but I don't really care about the rest of it. But it does have the Pikmin. So again, if this goes on deep sale, I'll buy it. The pricks, I think I'm over. All I really want here is the Landship and the Wiggler car. I mean, the rest of it would be cool, but like at this point, we're talking about having almost all the Mario Kart sets, and I think that's just a little bit much, no? Like it just feels like a little bit much. So I probably will end up skipping probably both of these, too, which I don't know why they're on my wanted list then, but we'll adjust that as we go through. I'm probably going to get the Game Boy, especially if it has like a Zelda reference. Let's go into Toad's house. So someone was saying this for Smurf house. This is probably the best Toad's house we've gone. I'm not a huge fan of this one dot. I feel like they usually have multiple dots, no? Yes, I made the dig site vintage J&B. This is my submission, my design. The dig site is all me, 100%. Fun fact, I made a Lego Frog life cycle. Science sat on Bricklink Studio with the minifigure of the person that discovered the frog evolutionary cycle. Do you know who that is? Go play outside, because I would like to know that piece of trivia. If you could tell me, that'd be great. New Lego Kung Fu Panda. I mean, they're working with DreamWorks. How to Train Your Dragon later this year, right? So I'm excited to see that. I love the new green Toad face, but I have both the Toads. So again, it's not one I need to pick up for characters. And it's not like I'm massively obsessed with the characters, but I have to like think about it. And I think really, like it's an upgrade, and I'm so pleased there's an interior here. But I think I would rather just get the cheapy facade ones that are really, really cheap from the Toad Air like treasure hunt set at this point, because I could probably get it for the same price as this set, like used, because no one wants that set. And they'd be great for background pieces, although I do love this one does have an interior. Again, most of the images haven't been uploaded here yet. So, and then the last new set is the Castle Bowser, which looks incredible. Again, I didn't play Wonder, so this doesn't really mean much to me, but it does look amazing. Love that they've got some new characters as well. A little perturbed by how much transparent orange is coming through. Like, we'll talk about Minecraft in a second, but like those big plates that are coming in transparent orange is like, but the shaping on this is incredible, and I'm so pleased to see them doing more stuff based off the games. I mean, we kind of saw that with the Bowser train last year for 3D Worlds, but it does make it even more baffling that Odyssey is just missing. But wow, whatever. Whatever. And then of course there's this one as well. This looks so good. I will get this eventually. I will get the Mario standard cart, but it's just not an unfortunate priority. I mean, we'll see how things go. I'm currently watching an eBay listing for a UCS 8080 for about half its retail value. So wish me luck. I'm trying not to buy it because I have a lot on my wanted list right now. But yeah, that is what it is. Let's get rid of this tag then. I think that's it for Super Mario. I will get the big Mario, but I can wait until like 2026 for that. You know, like it's not urgent to me. I'll talk about what is this doing? Get out of my way. I'll talk about what is urgent for me later on. I had a dream a few nights ago of Lego Rolling sets, been in the Lego store, driving back home in a car I don't own, and being really happy until, well, yeah, you woke up. You know, you're not the only person, William Shakespeare, to have a traumatic Lego dream experience like that, but that is brutal. It was just a sense of happiness, right? Did I guys tell you about my Hyrule Castle dream? So when the leak happened for the set for next year, the set that we're getting in 2026, I had a dream where I found it early in a science lab, and it was just really cursed. So it was like an 18 plus box. It was like a hybrid between the Breath of the Wild castle and the one from Twilight Princess. And it kind of vaguely looked like mine. And effectively I was so excited. I got to build this thing early. Like I wrestled it out of the lab technician's time, telling them I was going to like make content on it for them, right? And like do my duty or whatever it was. And the box opened down the middle. So you had to rip like a massive gash through the front. That was a horrific experience. 4 Gentlemen shout out as well, by the way. These are great. I'm loving these. And I just picked up the Petite Sunny Bouquet, which I probably didn't need to do. Probably could have waited for this to sale. But I did want it. So I've got to build that still as well. Yeah. But let me finish my story. And anyway, I opened this box up, and you know how there's a white box in some boxes? Instead of taking up like half the internal box, it only took up like a back right corner, which was kind of insane. It was very disturbing. And then on the back, it kind of looked like a, what do you call it? Like an MC Escher style Creator 3-in-1 castle, the one from like 2021. I'm not Googling it, never mind. And all the interior was made up of like kitchen space. So like instead of having like Ganon's basement like I have in my model, there was like a kitchen that was selling like green food and so on. But yeah, I built it, and the figures were really bizarre, and it was weird. Yeah, a terrifying dream. Terrifying dream. It was so good, but yet so horrific at the same time. Person who discovered the frog lifesaver is Maria Sabella Marin. Okay, that's going to have to go on my Google list for later. Thank you very much. Made a Gooper Blooper Lego from Rebrickable a while ago. Ooh, very interesting, Vintage JB. That sounds like fun. Trivia complete. Yes, trivia complete. I will have to research her later because I'm sure she was very interesting. I do like my biology. This is super cute. I love the happy plants. I'm gonna have to get this one. They're just so goofy and so silly. I love them. The maple tree I'm torn on. I really like it, but I don't know if it's gonna be worth it. It depends on the price, I think. But also I just don't really know if it matches the rest of the vibe I'm going through with the flowers. Then again, I bought the flower for Gentleman, so I don't know what it is. We're going to skip most of the Duplo stuff, though, although I did think this one was kind of fun. This 3-in-1 dinosaur on wheels. This is hilarious. Surreal Hyrule experience, absolutely, William Shakespeare. I don't know why it was all green sludge. I mean, yeah, of course the food would go to green sludge when it's been left for that long. Like 100 years. But it was just like, why is this detail here? Right, Trevi Fountain, beautiful. Loving this one a lot. I won't buy it because I've not been, but I do love the structure here, and I think if I ever did go to Rome, which I would like to do, I would definitely buy it. Mushroom House is still on my list as well. Happy Plants are built like Adventure Time characters, absolutely. They're just so great. We've got the Mushroom House here as well with the brown mushroom set. This one's been going really cheap here in the UK, so I imagine it won't be much longer before I end up buying it. But we're here to talk about new stuff. Okay, potential for one of the best sets for June. Not the Happy Creeper, the Creeper. I was so close to buying the Baby Pig Celebrations because I love that MIDI scale Creeper. I think it's a perfect little tribute piece. It's exactly like your Hogwarts icons and stuff, but for Minecraft. It's so great. And then they put out this and it looks so much better, and it's not even that much more expensive. This is a great little Easter egg. I cannot wait to have this on my desk. I'm a pretty big game fan of the MC, but like this is perfect. I really, really love this. Speaking of one that I was hoping for better for was the Outpost. Like, again, I knew it was going to include this Outpost, which automatically means it wasn't really for me because I was mostly going to be interested in the Ravager here. But I think this just reaffirms that the first set that the Ravager came in, like the village one, like for the Desert Village, I'll definitely be picking that one up on the aftermarket in a couple of years. I think I can skip this. I love the Ravagers. Ravager's great. I didn't need the tower. I think the villages. Vintage JB, this is Brickset. You guys don't know Brickset? Brickset's the best. It is the only website that keeps track of every single set and allows you to track your own collection. So when you see the owns and wants here, that's all me. I've added those in to track what I own. It's incredibly, incredibly useful. Yeah, the Creeper's going to be the first one that we add to my wanted list, I think, for today. It's incredibly useful. They do all kinds of articles. They get early reviews as well. And I actually wrote an article for them as well. And I'm hoping to work for them again in the future, maybe. We'll see. Enderman Tower, again, this is one I love in concept, but it's just too thin, especially for the price they're asking. But like 2 Endermans, some great skins. This is apparently a Nick Galador skin, which is fantastic. Endermites were like one of the last couple of mobs we were missing as well. But it's just such a nothing build for nearly 1,000 parts, which is a shame. So in a different world, I would get that one. The calendar's cute, but it's just too blocky for me as well. So we'll leave that one behind as well. Cullen House, shockingly, not on the wanted list. Apparently, all of these figures go for about 20 each on Bricklink at the moment, which is abysmal because I would really quite like to have Bella and Edward out for memes. So that's fun. We're still missing, and this is the reason I haven't done the video yet, is we're still missing, I think it's this one, the June prize machine, which is a day one buy for me. I'll be buying the prize machine for sure. We haven't seen pictures yet, but we know it's coming with a teal and a gold spaceman and a new faction. I think Kraken and Griffin's one. So I'm very, very excited about that because those were my votes. It was just before the Zelda tree was revealed, but we voted on those, and it was the teal spaceman that I was like trying to mobilize you guys on like 2 years ago. And now, speaking of, we're trying to mobilize you guys on the dig site here over from Bricklink. I would 100% choose for you guys to come over to here for free, go and pick a love it, and support the channel and give this a chance to be turned into a real set. Plug over. What are you guys up to? Fun fact too, I was working on a Lego Greek mythology set a long time ago with the Hydra and the Cyclops and most of the Greek god characters. You might need to remake it. You absolutely should. The Greek stuff is highly underdone and is amazing. So I would love to see more Greek stuff come through. I think you're quite limited with parts and so on, but Greek stuff's great. Personally, I'm an Odyssey guy. I'm very excited for the movie that's coming up. I'm very much ready for that. I'm not going to focus on polybag stuff. This was great. I just got the field flowers. Really, really love these. I didn't really, no real polybags caught my attention. Medieval Dragon from January. So this guy is interesting because I'm holding on him. I definitely want him, but it depends how good Toothless is, because this is his guy. What's it? Toothless and Thunderfang from Ninjago that I'm looking at, because they are all very, very cool dragons. Very, very cool dragons, but I don't feel like I need 3, especially after the auspicious one. Latest CSS set was amazing. Yeah, were you guys there for... let me open it up, actually. I'll tell you what, why don't we take a quick stop from going through and I'll open up the, what's it called? A Thrill Coaster Roller Ride. Thrill Coaster Roller Ride. Okay. Because this was a really cool set. It went very underappreciated, I imagine, because I took a 2-week hiatus, so I'm not sure that people knew it was coming, but this will be that plug there. I hope the prize machine minifigs come to Pick a Brick. I hope they will too, but Superminister, we've got one bigger problem, and that is if you're waiting for the dark blue space helmet, that's coming in a big dream set. So we really got to hope that that one comes to Pick a Brick as well. Otherwise, it's going to be brutal. Let me just hide this. Again, any figure suggestions? We can change up the light on the stream. But yeah, here was Thrill Coaster Roller Ride. It's the only official canon way to do a LEGO Zelda roller coaster. It looks really, really great. I reckon the prize machine parts will come to Bricklink, though. At least the shields and stuff will, which is all you can hope for. I'm very excited to get my, again, tangentially related, I'm very excited to get my siege machine, my siege encampment in the mail soonish, because it's almost been 6 months since pre-orders for Series 4 of BDP, and I did order the siege encampment in the end, so I'm very excited for that to come maybe in July. One question, in Bricklink Studio, for you, it took away the movement arrows. Yeah, that's still there. How do you fix this? Got to pay outside. So what you need to do is you need to go to model, no, tools, maybe, no, edit, studio. You need to go to preferences, the preferences menu at the top of studio, and you need to set up some shortcuts for it. Okay, while we're in here, I had a comment today that was talking about Skipper and Scrapper. And this was something that I wanted to fix because they're definitely too big. So let's just take a quick detour to do a little bit of building. And then I promise we'll get back to the sets because I definitely want to talk about those today. Now, the thesis for this is there's a new piece that was introduced in a Creator Bunny Rabbit. And it's the only set that this piece has come in. And I don't even know what it would be called. So I don't know how I'm going to find it. But I want to give it a go because I think it could be quite interesting for Scrapper and Skipper's hands. And it comes in the right color already, which means no recolors, which is always a win. Thankfully, you only collect Castle and not Spacemen. I mean, thankfully, that is just as bad, no? So how many wolf packs did you get? How many wolf packs did you manage to find? Because I only managed to get one. Admittedly, I was only looking for one. I got two Dragon Paladins in the end, but I would have liked some more. Here it is. Okay, so this is the new part. It came on a Creator 3-in-1 bunny, and I haven't seen it on literally anything else, although I'm going to open the Bricklink palette now, and it's going to show me like 7 colors, right? Nope, just tan. Okay, so what I'm thinking is we get rid of all this nonsense, and we effectively replace it with this here. I think we still put this piece on the underside here, but I think maybe we flip this around. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, I like this curve a lot, but I definitely don't want it on the front. So I think we move it around like so. Again, this is going to be subtle-ish. We're back in 30 minutes or so. Too soon? No. I guess the wolf pack hunt was not successful. Sadness. But like this year, Super Minister, you're going to be in real trouble because did you see the post about how many factions are coming this year? Because we've got the new sort of extension to the Paladins. The Paladin extension faction. And then there's the shield that's coming in that Friends set, which is like a new unicorn faction. And then there's the two from the prize machine as well. Oh, and then there's the new one in the 3-in-1 castle, which is kind of a mid set. So I'm not sure how to feel about that one. Okay, sorry. So the thinking plan here, and we're lagging a little bit because I've still got the internet running in like full steam in the background, is we're going to take the pirate hat and we're going to stick it on the top. We're basically following the Korok design. but I really like this new hand. So we're going to use a bar, except for we're going to lag and load and fail. But like even Spaceman this year, it's going to be bad because we've got the prize machine and then the dark blue one as well. Luckily, the teal helmet is coming in a friend set as well. Hello there, Minifig Who. How welcome on in. It was so good to see you the other week. As usual, we're running a chaotic operation, but just for you, let me open up a plug again because we're here to celebrate today. Oh, not Bricksat. We are here today to celebrate Bricklink Designer Program Series 8. Which has just launched its crowd voting phase, and I am here to support my submission, the dig site, which is my entry into Bricklink Series 8, and is inspired just by, I don't know, general archaeology, and a little bit of the poem Ozymandias, and yeah, I'm just looking to garner up as much support as possible while talking about new summer sets, and we're also making some slight modifications to some of our Zelda builds as well, based off some comments that we received. But yeah, I'm going to be posting about this one all week. But for those of you that haven't checked it out yet, pop over to Bricklink. I'm pretty sure it's absolutely free to do so. It's not a sign of purchase, but we're trying to give as much support to this because the competition is really, really high around this time. And to be honest, it was so much work that I really don't see myself doing a BDP entry again. And lovely. I'm so glad it's decided to lag right when I was talking it through. Oh, I hate the delay. Oh, there it goes. Okay, it's fine now. You started late with Beastmaster hunting? Yeah, I was actually incredibly lucky. It was the first pack I walked into and found in a store. First pack. Got a Beastmaster straight away. It was amazing, amazing, amazing. German retailer of the minifigures a couple of months late, so that could be a chance. Yeah, although the racing CMF has come out now. Okay, that hand is way too big, so I can't use this new part, can I? Sadness. I really wanted to use this new element. I thought that would be perfect. Oh, nice, looks really good. Glad, thank you. Glad you like it. Okay. Well, the scrapper scaling is not working. Okay, let's go back to the old faithful technique then, which is, as always, is just to use what we did for all the constructs and use the dock arc arms, which makes me feel lazy, but if it works, then it ain't broke, then don't fix it. So let's try that. I don't actually have a good reference image for him, do I? Because I was going to say, you guys are going to need a reference to even know what I'm on about. But let's see what colors these come in. I assume not what I need. Yeah, absolutely not. Okay, this is not working. I hate the racing CMF. Stop by, welcome in. Buckethead Brick Studios. I can't plug every 5 minutes, so unfortunately you'll have to believe me, but we're here today to promote the dig site, which is my new BDP Series 8. We would greatly appreciate your vote. But let's go back to summer sets. So we talked to Mario, we talked to Minecraft, we were on Creator. Okay, I'm disappointed by this wave. So Beautiful Horse is fine, a great 3-in-1 animal model, but this, okay, a lot of people have been really excited about this for Monster Fighters reasons. This is really flat. Like there is no texture on here. And also, do you see this? What is this? We are stacking 1x2 masonries in a column higher than 7. This should not be allowed. I know it's a 3-in-1, but this is incredibly weak. Like, what is this? The structural stability on this? This is incredibly disappointing to see. Incredibly disappointing. I hope that's better in real life. But also, it just looks so flat. Not happy at all. The figures are great, absolutely. As a 3-in-1, great to see, but it's just missing some definition or anything. It doesn't stand up at all. And I realize a 3-in-1, but I don't feel I'm being particularly harsh there because 3-in-1s are usually great for texture. Same kind of problem here. Walls look incredibly flat. This is definitely a downgrade to me. Definitely agreed. Oh, okay, that's a good idea. Let me go pin the link. Is it that one I need to? Yeah, okay. We'll be right back. Let me just go and grab the link and pin it in the chat. I'll grab the dig site specific one because BDP make things really difficult where they refresh the thing all the time. And then I forgot I have the ability to pin. Let's put that in there. I love that whenever I go to the live streaming setup, it tells me that my bitrate's really low and I just don't care. Oops. Oopsie. Okay, that should be pinned now. I'm still going to plug it though. You cannot stop me. It has plenty of hidden secrets though as well. Like that's part of what I need to show off is in my old ways I needed to showcase all the play features we stuck in, because it has a wonderful little feature where you can line up this transparent window piece with a sticker on it. And you can put it over the top of these other stickers in the set and it reveals hidden words. So it's about archaeologically discovering a lost language. It's a lot of fun. When you build the physical castle, did you take into account the price? If so, what's it around? So Buckethead Brick Studios is referring to my minifigure scale Hyrule Castle that's currently around 70,000 parts. It should be around 200,000 when I'm done. I estimate 20 grand. Obviously, that's going to change as things go through. However, Pick-a-Brick is coming in clutch because ferns are on Pick-a-Brick. And 8x8 plates and 1x2 water and 1x2 masonries as well. So much good stuff on Pick-a-Brick this year. I'm very, very excited about the ferns in particular. I bought like a load of them. 20 grand for the entirety of the castle, I reckon. I could be wrong there. I still love this flamingo as well. This is fantastic. Web link, not other link. I mean, I can also grab link. I'm not doing this just because you said, but because I usually keep little guy in the corner of the screen. Like we have the fire like at the moment, but I like to change this out. So let's get a link in here. Oh, the internet is making this so laggy. Which link are we going to pick? So many to choose between is the problem. Let's go for a modern one. We've done a lot of the old ones recently. Let's go for the frog set. Why not? Let's get a little friend down here. He can sit in the corner and we have real link now. You could just resubmit your entry if it doesn't get coded, but depending on the palette, a lot of things might have to be changed. Exactly, that's why I'm not going to resubmit. I very much know I could, but also I don't really believe in the whole resubmit and try again. And also, the more prevalence that BDP gets, the harder it's going to be. You know, like there's only ever going to be more submissions, which is part of my reason for submitting now, was because I just didn't want the extra competition. It's not like I actually really stand a chance. I love this one, by the way. Unicorn Castle. This is adorable. You can get the ocarina from Pick-a-Brick. So I was specifically talking about the wall, Buckethead Brick Studios, like the wall in official stores. But you're right, the ocarina is on Pick-a-Brick, except for it's out of stock all the time. I really wish the Korok prints were on there, because then I would buy 900. 20k, yeah, that is the estimated price. I love this unicorn. It's just so colorful. It's so much, so well balanced as well. It's just very, very adorable. I may have to get it eventually, I think. Again, I don't need this, but I just love how well the art style is done on stuff like this. This is incredible. I don't know who it's for, but it's a very popular art piece, but incredible. Anyway, we're here for summer stuff. I wish I'd gotten this promo. This is very cute. This is very, very cute. Anyway, new stuff. Where is the new stuff? Did everyone hear about the blue shell rumor? There's a promo or an insider's reward, I think they said, where they're going to be doing the blue shell as a redeemable reward, which I'm also very excited about, because the blue shell is such an iconic item and works so well with the Mario Kart stuff. Very excited. Very, very excited. Grievous looks fantastic. I'm not particularly in on the brickheads at the moment. Like I buy the Lord of the Rings one than anything else that's special, but or I really care about. But Grievous here looks particularly interesting. Very interested in that one, but again, not enough to buy them. I saw these get uploaded the other day, and it's definitely not something I want. But I do think it's cool. It's just a wacky little concept. I'm really struggling to see the letters on a lot of them because they've animalized them like 8. I would not have been able to tell. And is that a 0 or a 9? No, it's 0. It's not a 9 at all. How much are they charging for the ocarina? Well, I don't actually know, because it was never in stock long enough for me to find out. This is the problem. It went out of stock so quickly before I could even consider buying them that I never found out. We could take a look. Bricks and pieces. Is this actually going to be enough? Yeah, Lego bricks and pieces. The book nook is a lovely concept. The Sherlock Holmes one looks fantastic. I'm very much looking forward to the Gandalf one. I really want to know what the Balrog thing looks like. Oh, I forgot all the new parts were added. Because like the sheep are £4. Well, I'm surprised the sunflowers are that cheap as well. Ocarina. This might not show up because I know a lot of the time. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Instrument. I hope I spelled that right. It's gonna be embarrassing. Hi, Krisha. How are you doing? Good to see you. 54p is not bad. Okay, 54p. I'll take that. 54p. Okay, it could be worse. It could be considerably worse. The problem is it's been out of stock since November. It's been out of stock since November. Hope you're doing well, Krisha. We're just here to support the dig site, my BDP Series 8 submission. So there's a link pinned to the chat if you guys want to go and drop your free support for this model. It has lots of fun features. It's a very Octane build in line with everything that we've done for the CSS. So I hope it's good. Where's that Sherlock Holmes book nook? I want to talk about that. I saw a lot of people saying that it could be used for other like IP, and the 3 we're getting are all books. It is not happening. They need to be books. They're book nooks. But look at that. That's just stunning. Great angle work on there. But yeah, welcome on in everyone. Go and check out the dig site and support as many BDP submissions as possible. I just love how it looks when it's done up. Like I don't particularly care for it open, although you know how many people are gonna modular street this. The figures are great. The figures are really great. Unfortunately, I love my mysteries, but I'm not a huge Sherlock Holmeser, so I will probably skip this one. But if this is this good, I'm very excited for the Durin's Bane one. I'm really hoping that Balrog is good because I've got the money saved for it for day one. So I've got my fingers crossed. And it's such a wonderful, exciting concept that makes so much sense because so many people do buy them just separately. Dig site's unbelievably creative. Thanks, Quad Aim. Really pleased you like it. Hopefully that's enough to win over your support for it. And hopefully it stands a chance. And if not, oh well, we gave it our best go. But yeah, spread it around, give it a share. I'm going to be promoting it as best I can once we hop off the stream. I'll be Instagramming and doing all the stuff. You can also make the Rohirrim quite easy with the helmets and body parts from Pick a Brick. That's interesting, Buckethead. I don't know about that because I quite like the original Rohirrim helmet. So I think I've only added one set from the Summer Wave to my wanted list so far because I'm quite picky. No Technic stuff that's going to make it, although I don't like looking over. I always like looking through the Technic stuff because occasionally there's a gem. I still need to get the Ore. I'll show you guys the wanted list once we go through all the new stuff as well. It's not like I'm not going to be doing a video on this at some point anyway. Tragic. Background for Enlisting City, that's true, like a facade style, like your Robin Hood bricks and your other stuff as well. I think that would be great, actually. I think, do you reckon it would fit well with Diagon Alley? I feel like that would go strongly together. There wasn't much friend stuff that stood out to me this way. As I said, I have looked through these pictures, but I'm still in love with the garden section of this beehive thing here. I'd love to get these hexagonals. Again, why is that thing in the way? I'd love to get these like hexagonal planter beds and use those in front of the botanical gardens because I want to do an expansion for that at some point. So that's something I want to look at. Right, we need to take a look at these bigger ones because friends as large sets usually hit really, really well. So let's just have a quick zoom into this. So this is the Floral Cafe. So immediately I love the central building here. I love these stickers here. This reminds me of like very markety things. Like a indoor market that we get in the UK, which I really like. Couldn't care less about the tram. I don't love this side building here, although this feels very botanically, but I do love this central building. I think that this would fit very, very well. I want to see the inside. Again, I didn't get the castle bed and breakfast in the end, despite that set providing me with the sand blue roof pieces that I'm actually looking for in the long term for Hyrule Castle, not the big one, the minifigure scale one that I want to take to cons. And then the other one that stood out, or I've seen lots of people talk about, is this one. Oh, great, thanks, Brookset. Is the Comic Game Store. Now, obviously, the big thing to note here is the Teal Spaceman helmet, which I am not thrilled on because I don't need to care about. Sorry, I am thrilled about it. It just proves that it's coming in the prize machine, and I hope that means that the one in the prize machine doesn't like not have the helmet because that would suck. Either way, it will come to bricks and pieces eventually. Very, very excited. Here's that new shield. I was talking to Super Minister about this because this is like the 5th new faction we're getting this year. Apropos saving some money. You're saying you propose saving some money. I mean, I technically am if I've only put one on the wanted list. Like I talk about a lot of sets that I don't particularly, that I won't ever buy. So it's kind of like a balance thing. Looking forward to the Barity. Yeah, we haven't seen any of the One Piece stuff yet, have we? I love it when they do these dispensers down here as well. That's fantastic. Also, Mini Dog, classic space style. That's cool. New Squishmallows. I know a lot of people are enjoying the Squishmallows. A lot of fun. Not my style of friend set that I like, because I do like a lot of the friend sets. I think this one was a lot of fun from this year. I think this one was great. However, yeah, the big ones weren't doing it for me. Again, I love part of this. Like, this is great, but I don't need the rest of it. It feels very Disney. But I think that my favorite from this wave is the Plant Cafe and Flower Shop. Although personally, I'll probably be skipping all of the friends ones this time. Because yeah, I'm definitely trying to clamp down a bit, especially as I do more custom build stuff. And because I'm accidentally looking at a used copy of the 8080. Whoops, the UCS 8080. Still trying to decide if it's worth it. I would actually rather appreciate it if someone could snipe it from me so that I don't have to think about it anymore. Because I know it's a good deal, but like I just don't want to at the same time. But also I want that set. Should open up YouTube donations. I'm joking, of course. But yeah, new stuff coming through. I want to get to the city stuff because I'm being surprised by City. Right, like I've been saying City has been in a dull spot for a while. And this is true. I feel that City peaked in 2022. Actually, we're going to tangent this. 2022, City. And you guys can disagree with me. This is fine. But for me, City was pretty average, got really, really repetitive, and then absolutely peaked here in 2022 because we had stuff like this, your police robot dog. We had the sandwich shop. We had the amazing follow-up to the fairground mixer that could convert. This was amazing. I love this. That was great. And then the police sets were so wacky. The criminals with the ice cream costumes and the garbage truck escape in this police truck and the egg launcher here. And then one of my favorite city sets of all time, you'll see it's even on my wanted list still, even though it's retired, is this fire brigade with the sardine factory. Amazing. So City peaked absolutely here. Our picnic in the park as well. I just keep remembering. This was a beautiful set. City peaked 2022 and then had one of the, and this hospital. Sorry. This hospital too. The only thing bad about City in 2022 was the trains. Freight train was all right. I kind of like the color scheme here. Express train was not a fan of this one. This one does not look good to me. I like the 2018 one. 2018 one was my jam. And we had farmers back this year. And even though I went on a whole rant about how I didn't really like this grocery store because it wasn't really a grocery store and it was just a vegetable market, I still think it was great that we got one. I'd really appreciate another one. And also I really love the Florida vibes of this one too. This is great. So City absolutely peaked in 2022. Then just fell off incredibly hard. Okay, never mind. Really, really disappointing. And then late last year, from about summer 2024, I think is when it started to pick up again. And now I think we're approaching a renaissance. Right, what is happening here? We are just waiting for logo. Let me add to the chat. New factions are great as someone who isn't very nostalgic for the Lion Knights Wolfpack. Yeah, neither am I. And yeah, I've still ended up with a weird amount of Lion Knight soldiers. I keep buying them off the Build a Minifigure wall every time I go into a Lego store. And I've ended up with like 3 or 4 now. Plus my ones in my Lion Knight's castle and obviously the Black Falcons that are going to come in my siege camp. But right, I have no nostalgia for those. I have nostalgia for the classic space because my parents grew up with those. So I love the original Galaxy Explorer and I love the Renegade a lot. The new Renegade was great set. Not a bit too much yellow, I agree. But yeah, apart from the F4 and stuff, we had the city truck last year. That was great. We had Space last year. I really loved the Space Mega theme. I didn't really buy anything from it, but the 2 space sets that stood out to me was that the sort of 8-wheeler last year, and then this Galactic spaceship is so good. So Modern Space was back, and obviously you guys know I was really into the Ice Planet stuff. I have like 30 of them now, I think. I went really, really crazy on those. But what I noticed building the tourist bus from last summer and the Lego City delivery truck was that they were both just really well built. I think it correlates to, was it Chris Stamp was on Speed Champs and he went over to the City design team and he just reinvigorated it. It felt like City was trending towards 4 plus effectively. And that's not a bad thing. Like 4 plus sets are really important, but they were oversimplifying. And they added in openable engines and all these seating stuff and the techniques felt back. And they were very, very satisfying sets to put together, both the Lego truck and particularly the tour bus. So I was very excited to see where City would go next and getting stuff like soap boxes. This was incredible. This doesn't even look like a 4 plus set, right? This track to a trailer, this could have been 5 plus, 6 plus, and it came with a sheep too. I wish it came with the wool element, but this was a perfect set. I'm also really, really lucky. When this came out, someone mistakenly listed it, a retailer listed it for £10 instead of 20, like half its retail price. So I got it for 50% off like day one, which is a lot of fun. Great choice on my part. This is super creative, and we'll see another one of these in the summer with the police garage one. But you've got and this is just a really lovely, I wish it had an interior, but I love like the compact interior to this, and the fact that you can switch them is super creative play. I love that we're getting back to that. New bulldozer looks great. I'm not going to buy it because I just don't care about construction equipment, but it looks great. Glad we have one. Tow truck, my most interesting thing here is the dark tan rocks. These are super important. I'll be using these in Secret Cave Discovery when we turn Lookout Landing into an official set next year. Central train station. I don't love this. This doesn't feel very. I mean, it's sort of hyper attuned. Like it very feels like heightened reality, which I like. But my favorite set, and we're going to go into detail on this one because I love it a lot, is the Explorer train. I did not expect to care. I really did not expect this one to be for me. I thought it was going to be boring. I thought it was going to be overpriced and ugly. I mean, it is overpriced, but it's a remote control train. So according to Jang, it's actually quite part of the course. So I'll believe him on that. 1,500 pieces, two new track elements. And I know it doesn't look like Snowpiercer, but it feels like Snowpiercer. I love how they did the color schemes on there. I love that this is transparent. I do wish it had a fourth car. It does feel slightly short to the point where I will wait for this to go on sale. But the fact that we've got this terrain build with the boulder dropping feature and like this snow bunker as well, and then a second building, 2 stations in the Arctic exploration, and then who's that? Guys. Look, it's not even about nostalgia. I know I've just made like a spiritual successor model in the form of the dig site, but Johnny. But in his winter attire from Orient Expedition. That's good. Oh, that's so cool. I didn't need that, like that's just an extra cookie on the set. I also appreciate, this is something I liked in 2022 City, is they kept a consistent design between their cast of characters. This exploring team has been around now since 2023, I think, with the deep sea stuff, and then 2024 with the jungle stuff, and we've still got like this research lady, this guy that I remember from the gorilla polybag, this dude, and then the like other lady. So I'm pleased that this research team, but this research team is still sticking around. I really, really like that. But man, look at that train. Like, it is simple, but this engine, I think it's the engine. It's the engine that sells me on it, and also the terrain and having all this landscape stuff. Like, now, arguably, this could be a lot cheaper otherwise, but I will take 179 for this. This feels fair. This feels like a fair price to me. I won't buy it at full price. I will buy it cheaper, but this is just evoking so much Snowpiercer, and I love it. This one needs to go on the wanted list as a priority 1 or 2. I put it priority 2, but I might change that later when we look at the wanted list. But I'm in love with this set. This is, outside of the Creeper, which I think is just like incredibly iconic, this is my favorite original idea from the summer. Now, admittedly, both the Prize Machine and Gandalf's Book Nook are probably high priorities, and I will probably end up buying them beforehand. But I love this. This is a beautiful model. I am very, very excited for the train. Nothing new here. Did anyone actually go out and buy the cars? Did anyone buy the cars at all? I ended up getting one because I like to have one from every series. So I bought the standard F1 car because I didn't want to show loyalty to a team because I have no idea what's going on with F1. But I bought one from the Lego store because I haven't found any other store that's selling them because no one wants them. Series 27. Obviously, we've got Spider-Verse later this year. We don't know what's coming for next year yet. Lego Snowpiercer, yes, absolutely, Mikiku. I'm 100% down on that. I do wish it looked more like the Snowpiercer train because I loved that show. That show was great. The movie was alright, but the show was great. Fire Chameleon, again, I love the color scheme, but this is just a Monkey Kid color scheme, so this is whatever. Timeout, Cybermarine Mech. I'm glad the Dreams are still going. It is kind of crazy that they went straight back to the Nightmare Shark ship, which is a beautiful set. I love the original. But this one does not hit as hard. This is very much a remake, which is fine. But what we have to talk about is the spray paint truck, because what is that? Give it a sec. That is a dark blue space helmet and air tanks. Very, very good. Very, very important. So that completes the dark blue spaceman from last year. So this set comes out in June, so it will probably be on Pick a Brick in October. So I will be making a Pick a Brick order in October because I'm not buying this set for it and I'm not paying bricklink prices. So I will wait to get my dark blue spaceman. Very exciting though. It's very exciting. I know this stuff's out already, but gotta talk about Thunderfang. Bipedal Dragon. As I said, I'm waiting to see what Toothless is. I just heard a rumor today that Toothless is only going to be like 79, which is amazing price. I really hope that it's sculpted well. If it's not, I'll save my money. Well, I won't actually, because if I don't get Toothless, I'll probably buy Thunderfang. Too many good dragons this year. We just had the Auspicious Dragon, which is fantastic. But between the Medieval one and Thunderfang this year, oh, we're eating well. And then potentially another one. So I'm going to see. I'll probably get one of the three of them, but which one yet is still up to debate. But I love this Evil Bipedal Dragon. Very, very cool. I'm also loving the Forbidden Five. Now I don't watch the show, so this is purely from like a collection thing, but like the idea of a team of 5 villains is just super cool, and the Zark's design is particularly incredible. I think that's a lot of fun. As for some Ninjago stuff itself, not a great deal of stuff that shows interest for me. I do appreciate that Thunderfang has a backpack. You can attach this dragon to the back of Thunderfang, which I think is cool. And the transformation is interesting for this. Again, neither model is interesting because I'm not huge on mechs. I will buy mechs if they're interesting. I will buy mechs. And I don't buy jets. So neither of this is interesting to me. However, I do think it's a really slick transformation. And this is it's less so about my personal bias and more so about what I think they're doing a good job with and what I think they're doing a bad job with, which is some stuff indeed. The sculpting on this is great. I like the cape. I also love the Kai figure in this one, but again, it's just whatever. I'm not hugely into mechs. I don't love this dragon. I think I know the one you're talking about, Mifiku. The Japhon Mox Toothless. I know who that is, I think. Rebrickable. Let's go looking, because I want to plug another one as well. Let's go. Oh, absolutely. They are indeed beautiful. The Dragon and the Guardian Mock, they're both beautiful, but not for me. Very stunning builds. I do worry that they're trending away from play again, but I think I know which Toothless this is, but let's... Okay, Toothless. Let's find out, because I'm curious. So many people have done a Toothless. I kind of like the Brookheads version. That's quite funny. I was thinking of this one. I don't know if this is the one you meant, but I think this is the one I was thinking of. Maybe not though. Which is done by Build Better Bricks. Let's keep looking now. Oh, no, you're right. It is this one. I was looking at the wrong one. This is it, because I remember the eyes very, very clearly. Beautiful, isn't it? He looks wonderful. And for 15 as well, the instructions don't feel awful. I like price, and I know how many parts? 247, yeah. So if they do a bad job with Toothless, I'll just get this one, because like I never expected to do it, but like that's the decision I'm coming to, is when they do a model I don't like, I can just buy Brickable if I actually really want to own it. While we're here, let's just give a plug to our friend, Super Star, who has done, firstly, before I even realized that Super Minister was watching the channel, I found about his Wind Waker Dark Nuts, which I thought were absolutely incredible. I really love the sculpting on this, and the posability here. They're absolutely great. Love them a lot. And then also, we have his Princess Peach's Castle, which is a premium mock, 3,000 parts. He's clearly tested it in real life. Like this one as a Peach's Castle. I think this one is very cool. It has a full interior as well. I'd like to do this one day. It's definitely a little big for me at the moment. Looks great. Very, very happy with how that turned out. There was another Rebrickable model that we needed to look up while we were over here. We talked about a Rebrickable earlier, and I don't remember what it was. But we will go quickly to my mock page as well, because I am unhelpful for doing a plug. You can see how badly I treat my mock page. I don't even give them good images. But yeah, we have a selection of Zelda mocks available, mostly for free. Largely stuff that you see at the conventions. And of course, if you're looking to support me in another way, it would be to go and give the dig site a vote, which is the link in chat, to support this model in Bricklink Designer Program Series 8. And every support is free and much appreciated. There was definitely another rubricable that I needed to look up over here. I think it was one that I wanted to show that I thought was cool. You can see it's just stuff being uploaded all the time. You got the shark with feet. I don't remember though. We'll have to come back. The tab's open now. Anyway, Series 7, Dream stuff. Where were we? Ninjago. Like, this is arguably a stunning model. His dragon does look great. And I love that it's on this stand. I don't know. It doesn't itch the brain. But it doesn't have to either. It's fantastic for the people that need it to be fantastic. We've talked through the Mario stuff, but basically Mario's doing really well this year. They're doing a great job at being a theme separate from the course builder stuff, which is great. And I'm very excited to pick up this later in the year. I won't do it day one, but I am very, very excited for this. Simultaneously, the new stuff is also great. Bowser's Castle, looking fantastic. And some of the other stuff as well, yeah. Game Boy, that will be interesting to see as well. Still missing, I think, the big two from Sunset. Star Wars has never been much for me. I'm very excited to, we'll talk about him on his set, I suppose. Where is it? I love the logo. The logo looks great. I won't buy it, but the logo does look fantastic. Also, the fire spray is just looking like an incredible. We already knew the original Slave one was great, so I'm very interested in that, but I probably, again, won't buy it. Now, the one I'm looking for is K2. I love K2. K2 is one of my favorite characters, and I love Rogue One. Rogue One is one of my favorite movies. I want to get the AT-AT driver as well because I love my Hoth stuff. But K2, yeah, he's already on my wanted list. I love this guy. I'm not sold on the face. It was not perfect, right? Like, I love, the body looks great. I'm going to have to make some mods to this though. I'm waiting, there'll be hundreds on Rubricable for this, so I'm not too worried, but that's why I'll still buy it either way. But I'll wait for like a 20%, get the Droidica first. Here's the One Piece stuff, because obviously that's what William Shakespeare's waiting for. Reluctantly, I will still get this Tumblr as well. But we'll have to wait for that to go on sale, because I really want these figures. And also I want a Tumblr, you know, I can't just buy the figures secondhand because I want the Tumblr. On one hand, I didn't buy this set, but I did get this Ultron at a convention. I was really, really excited to get this Ultron because it was our first new Ultron in years. And as we're going to see in a second, they've just announced a new Ultron for the summer, which is great. I love it a lot more than the other one that we just had. In fact, where is it? I don't have much to say on these Marvel ones. I kind of like this set, but it's overpriced. So for what it is. Yeah, here it is. This is such a good recreation. That's an incredible Ultron. So now I want this figure too, but it's kind of a waste because like I don't need two Ultrons effectively. So, but it is very cool looking. I do like it a lot. Yeah, no real Marvel stuff standing out to me. Similarly, no real Harry Potter stuff standing out to me beyond the Herbology class, but that's because I like greenhouses. I do also like the Nimbula and the new Mandrake stuff. That's great. And also the Chomping Book of Monsters is it looks like an improvement or at least an upscale on the one we got as a GWP a couple of years back. So I might get that one, but neither of them are going on the wanted list yet. I will do another pass of this probably in my own time when I make the video. Nothing really stood out for Jurassic World. Everything was just overpriced and I haven't seen the movie yet. Maybe that will change. Nothing from Sonic because I'm just not interested, unfortunately. Animal Crossing. I feel I've gotten almost everything I want. I've got almost everything I want. Vaguely tempted by this. I will probably get Stargazing with Celeste because I love a cute £10 set. So I'll probably get that one when it goes on sale. I do love this boss fly and the peaches. These peaches are great for Zelda stuff. And also I like the houses. I was really hoping I'd like this one. I like the interior, but this exterior, I cannot justify this. So this would have to be a deep sale item. So maybe it will go on the list at some point in the future. Not interested in the Fortnite stuff. I continue to be vaguely amused by what they're doing, but not impressed. Loads of speed champs, but it's mostly F1. You couldn't resist the DWP, so you got the slave one. Good on you, Super Minister. I think it was a good choice. Good choice. You think you should do a waterfall version of your castle, maybe with an open back? It would be interesting, although I do think the model suits as it goes. Have you made any sales off that? You don't have to tell me how many, but I'm curious if anyone's actually jumped on board. And then Monkey Kid, which I believe finishes it off. Yeah, that's crazy. Is that everything? Wow. Did I really only add like 2 models? I only add 2 things to the list. Did I forget some stuff? Maybe was there stuff I said I was going to add and didn't add? I guess I'll have to go through that later. But I find it really hard to believe that I only added 2 models. That's crazy. Right, let's turn this by wanted, but let's have a look at what we've got on here. So this is my current wanted list setup. Some of these need to come off here. So at the moment at the top, we've got the Reef and Podshetia, which I'll be doing at Christmas time this year, probably October, November. Modulars, of course. Natural History Museum will be up first because it is the oldest. Tudor Corner will happen eventually. Motorers Lighthouse, I'm aiming to get this summer. I'm probably going to eBay this. Nightmare Before Christmas, I definitely want before it retires, but I have just not figured it out. Ore, I need to get. This has been going on sale, so I'll get this one at like a decent discount and I'll be happy with that. Avengers Tower is my goal for the end of the year. It's kind of like your one and done Marvel set. I love classic Marvel. It was great. I kind of like a lot of the newer stuff as well. I feel like if I get this one, then I just don't have to buy any sets again. So looking at that one, and I also think it's fantastic. It looks really well done. Siege Encampment's on its way to me in the summer, probably. Again, I loved how bitty it was. I loved that it felt like an environment and that it fits in with all the other stuff. It's the only BDP submission that has ever felt like a real LEGO set to me. And I know that's not the goal. But I was the only one that ever felt like an official set. Super Minister saying that the Roost museum with Roost but not Brewster is criminal. He's got to be coming, right? It's like your Brewster battle pack, right? You'll have to buy it separately to do. Medieval Town Square, I did that wonderful mod for, so I'd really like to get around to this one. But this set retires in this year, and it did not do well, clearly. Like, the thing only lasted like 18 months, I think, basically. It was vaguely average, but it's definitely below where I'd expect it to be if it was a big seller. And Lion Knight's Castle did like booster numbers. So I'd really like to get this to do my modification, but it's also just not a priority, especially if I do end up getting a UCS 8080. Happy Plants is an impulse buy. Frog House shouldn't be on here anymore. I just want the frogs, green and warm. So they just haven't shown up at good prices on Bricklink. I will get the crafting table as well, especially if they do another, but I'm definitely interested in getting this one, but I think I've got some more time for that one. Fauna Collection shouldn't be on here because this is retired. I do want this though. I do think it's cool, but I just don't have a wall to put it on. Mushroom House Creeper we talked about. This is the first new edition we made. Medieval Dragon is probably going to be one of those ones that will stay on here until it retires and then leave the list and just be forgotten about. About 15 sales. Wow, Superminus, you're doing booster numbers. That's almost the same as my clock tower, my Disney clock tower, which is, speaking of, is the companion piece to this, which is why I need to still pick this one up. But again, that's an eBay on sale item. I like my garbage trucks, so never got feedback from anyone. Oh well, I mean, that's what you hope for, right? You get the money and then don't have to worry if there's any problems with the instructions. Not that there was, I'm sure. And obviously I also support my instructions properly and don't scam people. But the last thing you want, right? Like is no feedback is good feedback. This one's only on here because I want the dragon. Again, but no one wants to get rid of the set the set without this part, because like no one wants this, everyone wants this. So again, I think this one will not happen. I think Castle Bed and Breakfast will probably also fall off the list. Donut Truck probably won't happen. Explorer Train is going to happen. I'll probably boost that up priority later in the year. Thunderfang, Mario Kart, Droidica looked great. Dark Falcon before it retires as well. ATA of Drama, K2SO, great. K2SO was another summer one, that was good. Batman Tumbar, I don't think I'm going to get the Boathouse. I probably even won't get... If I'm going to make effort on one more Animal Crossing set, it should be this one to get Isabelle. Realistically, Isabelle is important to me. I don't think I'll end up getting this Maple. It's not rocking my world. I'll watch some reviews. We'll see what happens. The Shire shouldn't be on here because I think I've decided against this. I really wanted to love this set. It's everything I always talk on about. I always go on about Master Builder Series sets and how much I love them and how much I wish LEGO would do more of them. And then they go and do one and I won't buy it. It's just the interior. It was what let me down there. Himeji Castle will probably be a skip as well. Galactic Spaceship. I probably won't ever get this, but it's on here because I really, really like it and I would like to get it. Yoshi Bike I'll get, but these two probably will fall off. Emperor's Throne Room is retired, but I would like to get. Gringotts is kind of on here because, but I think so is Diagon as well, potentially, like right down the bottom. Hagrid's Heart, Potion Class. Some of these need to come off here. I need to like go through this and redo it, I think. The dinosaur fossil was really, really cool, but I have the Alive T-Rex, so don't feel like I need that. Spring Lantern Festival, Dragon Fortress, Battle of Helm's Deep, Tower Bridge is retired. Tower Bridge goes for really, really cheap prices now. Oh, this is one I wanted to talk about. The Command Rover. This was the city set from last year that was like weirdly hard to get hold of, and I didn't manage it. And I would have really liked to get it because it's just not loading. Because I think it looks really cool. It's really, really different, really, really cool. Really pleased with that. Stone Colossus also retired. Pomp Drop you can get for cheap on eBay. So some of these I just haven't got around to. There's what I mean about Master Builder Series stuff. loved Cloud City, so I got Mos Eisley, but I'd love to get that one day. ITS Transport, Obi-Wan Huts, because I have Mos Eisley, and I'd like to expand. Probe Droid is another fantastic one. This is another White Whale. I would have loved to have got this set. Oh, someone posted a picture of the build though. That's great, Super Minister. At least that way you kind of know. Iron Man Hall of Armory. I cannot believe it's only 2 summer sets. Like, I realised that Gandalf and the Prize Machine and Toothless haven't come out yet. But I cannot believe that of all the stuff that's coming out this summer, I've only managed to put 2 things on my list. That feels vaguely criminal. I mean, it's good. It's good for saving money. What's on my purchase list? Obviously the Enterprise I'm interested in at the end of this year, like the Star Trek one. Avengers Tower, Gandalf Book Nook, Capsule Machine, Lighthouse. I was considering Medieval Village. I'm going to do the Sanctum this year as well. Wreath Poinsettia, Avengers Tower, yeah. Oh no, okay, so there just wasn't that much. I'll have to check through one more time because I feel like there are definitely some more sets that I was interested in. But we'll leave that there. That's going to be my brief look through the summer sets, I think. And I will do a video on this at late May probably as well. Just as another reminder, of course, we're here today to celebrate Series 8 Bricklink Designer Program, where you can come and vote on what submissions you would like to get turned into a real set. These will enter crowdfunding if they do well, so I would appreciate if you guys go over and support my build. There's a link in the chat for the dig site, which is our submission this time around. Probably the only submission I ever do, so it's completely free to come over and press the love it button. I would greatly appreciate if you guys did. So it means a lot. This is a great model. Lots of hidden secrets, lots of Octane play features. If you like the CSS, this is sort of it on big boy mode, where you've got all these artifacts and hidden rooms and a base camp and so on. I think it's something different. I think it's something fresh, and I'd really like the opportunity to get it to market. So yeah, you've got this hidden tablet, which you can line up all this text to reveal loads of hidden secrets and so on. And once again, there's another track bugging up, like backing out outside. It's lagging a bit. No, it's lagging for everyone. It's because I've got internet open. Oh, shut up. Truck outside. Why? They always do this. I think I know how to make it not lag though. And that is to leave BDP behind. To leave BDP behind and jump over to Studio. Let me close that down. Oh, that's the wrong tab. There we go. Let's go buildies. We'll just do a little bit of buildies. I talked for way longer than I wanted to. But what I thought we would have a look at today, at least on the building side, outside of plugging Ozymandias. It really is stuck on that Jurassic World set, isn't it? That's crazy. Deary me, that's awful. Why is it still stuck on Ankylosaurus? I'm showing you things. It's crazy. Yeah, okay, no. Nope. Right. Okay, yeah, no, it's lagging too much. I think, guys, we call it. What I'll do is I'll cancel this and I will pull up the video. I'll put the video up tonight, I think, because it's almost ready to go. And from that point, you guys will be able to support DigSite, and we will save the building for another time, because I'm going to hopefully stream again at the weekend, again to support this, but that will be a build stream, not a talk through stuff. So apologies about